Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy Sam, and today we're gonna go over our picks from last week. First game we got is Chargers versus Chiefs. I was able to catch a little bit of that game. Obviously, the Chargers won, and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, not Patrick Mahomes. Philip Rivers was able to complete a drive, and was able to the Chargers were able to finish them off. It was a close game, 29-28. And it was a pretty good game. I picked the Chiefs to win because I said whoever had home advantage will win, and the Chiefs did, and they lost, surprisingly enough. So he chose the Chargers, and they won. And the next game we got was the Texans versus Jets. We both chose the Texans to win. I didn't watch that game at all, so I can't go give a recap to that game. So the next game we had was the Browns versus Broncos. The Browns won, and it was a close game, 17-16 actually, and surprisingly enough it didn't go to OT. And the next game we had was the Falcons versus Cardinals. He chose the Cardinals. I think I chose the Falcons. I'm not even sure which one I chose, but obviously the Falcons destroyed the Cardinals. It was not even a close game. And the next game we had was the Raiders versus Bengals. I didn't watch that game either. I wasn't able to catch these games because I'm a busy man, YouTube and all that. But the Bengals won, and the Raiders lost. But
That's
next game, yeah, the Raiders are just trash. I think they should just tank and just get like a QB in the first round or something like that. And next game was the Dolphins versus Vikings. I was able to watch that because I'm a Vikings fan, and this bitch. And it was not even a close game. It was the score was 17-41. The Vikings had a kick in. The offense was able to turn around with their new offensive coordinator. The defense came through. Everson Griffin, Danielle Hunter. All of them started eating. The backup cornerbacks were able to play well too, so that's surprising. The defense kind of stepped it up, and the offense stepped up too. Dalvin Cook had a game, with 19 carries, I believe, and over 100 yards.
They carried the ball 34 times.
Yeah,
total.
34 times, over 100 yards too. And the Vikings weren't able to, they were averaging less than 100 yards in rushing this season. So seeing him being able to do that and rack up those numbers is incredible, and I can't wait to see them in the future, and hopefully they go far in the playoffs. Next game we got was the Colts versus Browns. Surprisingly enough, the Colts came through and they threw out a shutout to the Cowboys. The Cowboys scored 0 points, so that was very, very surprising. I thought, because Andrew Luck was able to do and stuff, I thought the Cowboys would at least put like 2-3 touchdowns, but able to pull a nothing, like a shutout, that's kind of embarrassing, bro. Next game we got Ravens versus Buccaneers. The Ravens won. I didn't watch that game, but I could see it being a good game. The next game we got was the Bills versus Lions. It was a very close game. Both teams are just terrible. But the Bills won 14-13, so, congrats to them. Next game was the Bears versus Packers, and, the Bears won, and, for the Packers fans, I'm sorry, your playoffs hopes are down the drain. You guys could no longer make the playoffs, so, the good thing is you guys are going to be getting a new offensive coordinator, a new head coach next season, so that's something to look forward to. Next we got Redskins versus Jags. The Redskins were able to pull off. Surprisingly enough, I think they were down to the third quarterback, the backup to the backup, so they were able to win. The Jags are just a terrible team in total. Next we got Titans versus Giants. Titans pull out a shutout. The Giants are just terrible. I think Eli Manning is just is going down now. They just need to work on the whole team and all that stuff. Next we got 49ers and Seahawks. It was a close game. It went down to 26-23. It's a pretty good game. I thought the Seahawks were gonna win. Everyone didn't. Yeah, everyone. I was like, that's an easy dub for the Seahawks, but the 49ers are unpredictable.
They are.
So that just showed you. Next we had the Patriots versus Steelers. Steelers won 10-17. Gucci man. But that was a pretty good game. I'm surprised, dude. I thought the Patriots were gonna just straight up molest them. But the Steelers were able to come through, and Big Ben stepped up real big. Their defense stepped up real big with that game-saving interception at the end. I don't know why Tom Brady just didn't throw that out of bounds. Instead, he tried to find Gronkowski deep, thinking he's gonna catch it when it was not even close to him. But it's whatever. Move on, I guess. Eagles versus Rams. The Eagles was able to step big. With Carson Wentz out. Nick Foles was able to step up and give them that dub against the Rams. And if Nick Foles is able to win against one of the best teams in the NFL, or if he wins the Super Bowl, I swear to God,
Carson Wentz should be gone now.
Yes, I swear to God, I'll be pissed, dude. If he wins, if the Eagles somehow win the Super Bowl again,
they won't. They can't.
They have to give
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows, man? They have to give my Nick Foles that money, baby. Just straight up, they have to. Can't be disrespecting him like that. The Saints won, obviously, against the Panthers. It was 12-9. It was a pretty close game. I'm surprised the Saints weren't putting up big numbers against the Panthers. But, the Panthers should have won, but by the way the Saints were playing. But anyways, the Saints were able to gather themselves together and come through. And, yeah, so that's a pretty good game to watch. And, yeah, for next week, we got Redskins versus Titans. Who do you think is going to win that?
Titans. I think it's going to be kind of close, but I think Titans will win.
I think I'm not even sure, bro. I think the Titans should win that game too. Ravens versus Chargers. Who you got winning that?
That's a pretty good game. Chargers are going to win because they've been playing really good lately.
I think the Ravens might win. I think the Ravens will win. Buccaneers versus Cowboys.
Cowboys, but they need to play better than they did last week.
Shut up. I think Buccaneers is going to win that game. But we got Vikings versus Lions.
The Lions are terrible. I mean, last time we played the Lions, we destroyed them, but it could be different this time, but I still think we'll win.
Hopefully the Vikings, I'm going to stick with the Vikings, but hopefully they pull it out. Again, they're going on the road to Detroit. It's going to be a tough environment to pull off. Their defense is, pretty decent. And if our offense is able to perform like they did, the whole team was able to perform like they did last time, we should have no problem winning that, and hopefully we should clinch a playoff berth. Next, we got Falcons versus Panthers.
Panthers, because the Falcons are just not playing very well this year.
I think the Falcons are able to pull it off. People just keep sleeping on my Falcons, bro. They're not even my team, but people just keep sleeping on them. Texans and Eagles.
Texans, hopefully.
I think the Eagles are able to win. I think Nick Foles is just a tremendous leader. He's able to pull out away. I think when
he's better than Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I think when Carson Wentz is on the field, he just puts a lot of pressure on them because that's the first string. Everyone's like sort of have to be like mistake free, so to speak. And when Nick Foles is back up in there, he's a backup. No one's gonna expect him to be able to to perform very, very well. No one's gonna. There's not really that much pressure, so the offense could just kind of like, be able to play very well and all that stuff. So we got Giants versus Colts.
Colts, definitely. The Giants got shut out last week, and the Colts, they played a shutout against the Cowboys.
I think the Colts will win too. Andrew Luck is coming back. Browns versus Bengals.
I think it's gonna go into overtime, but and end on a field goal, and the Browns are gonna win.
The Bengals are winning this one. Bills versus Patriots.
Patriots, of course, but you never know.
Patriots are gonna win too. That's my team. Tom Brady. Let's go. Packs versus Jets.
I think the Packers will win.
Hopefully. Jags versus Dolphins.
Dolphins. Jaguars are horrible.
Yeah, Dolphins are gonna smack. They're gonna eat. Bears versus 49ers.
Bears. I mean, the 49ers won last week, which was a surprise. But the Bears are like the best team, one of the best teams right now.
Hopefully the 49ers, but yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one to the Bears. Rams versus Cardinals.
Rams, definitely. They're way better. Even though they've been playing bad lately, they're still gonna beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, Rams are definitely gonna eat. Steelers versus Saints.
It's a good game, but probably the Steelers, I think, will just be able to win.
The Saints are coming. They're coming for you, baby. Chiefs versus Seahawks.
Chiefs, I think it'll be a good game, though.
I just called Chief and he said that's not it. The Seahawks are gonna win this game, baby. Broncos versus Raiders.
Broncos.
And the Raiders are winning. But anyways, that's our pick for week 16. Hopefully you guys enjoy that and all that good stuff. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications.